Don't forget to click that subscribe and bell icon to receive a notification each time I upload a new video. Hi everyone, it's Mike here. I'm standing in or sitting in for Ian again this week while he's busy getting ready for another steampunk show this weekend. I said I would sit down with you and create something using my new postcard stickers, which I mentioned in I think last week's vlog, or the vlog that's just gone on Saturday. I think it was Saturday on the video that I did with the Rogues Gallery chappies. Anyway, I mentioned these postcard stickers that I've been working on. Let me just clear some of this rubbish out of the way. So these are the stickers. So these are the vintage effect ones, and these are just the plain white ones. I'm going to do them in two separate sets. One set that's on the vintagey background, and the other set which is just going to be on the plain white. Now, the reason I'm doing it on the plain white is because you can do things like this with it. So this is just the plain white one, and of course that's the one with the vintage effect already. So you could add your own distress on there and add a little bit more distress colour onto those vintage ones if you want to. But if you want to start off with a blank canvas, then these, or this one, is just the plain white set. Those, and obviously you get, and there's two of the postcard and two of the carte postale ones on each sheet, and there are 5 sheets, so you're getting 20 stickers in total, so that's 10 each of the postcard and the carte postale one. And you get the same in the vintage set as well, but obviously with that vintage kind of background on them. So the stickers themselves, I will just bring in the sheet that I've already started to use, are, if I can remember this, they are a 100mm, so around about 4 inches by 139 mils. So in old money, that is 5.5 inches by 3 7/8. So not quite true postcard size 6 inches by 4 inches, they're slightly smaller. Obviously, to get the labels to fit onto the sheet, that's the size that they had to be. So 4 labels per sheet. You get the drift. So that was a plain white one. That's another plain white one. And those two are the vintagey style effect ones. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a couple of the postcard fronts today. And I'm going to use one of the vintage one, and I'm going to use, let's use that carte postale one on the vintage and the ordinary white postcard, just so you can see the difference on both of them. Now what I have already done with, put those two to one side, what I've already done with these is I've already stuck them down onto some watercolour cardstock. And I have a couple I prepared earlier, so I've already cut these pieces of watercolour cardstock to the correct size for the label, and I'll just quickly show you how you do that. So let's just pull one of those labels off the sheet. Look at that. Now obviously these labels have got just slightly rounded corners, which makes lining up very, very easy onto your cardstock. Let's just hope I get it spot on. There you go. And it's as easy as that, look. You just, or you could just stick them down onto a piece of cardstock and then cut them out. It really, really is that easy. So let's just grab that other one, and then let's use that vintage one off that sheet, that postcard one. I'll just do it again. I'll try and do this without sticking my head in the shot. So this is how easy peasy they are to use. Just like that. Now then, corner rounder. Obviously if you've got a corner rounder, you can just go in and round the corners. I do have one somewhere, and knowing me, I've left it on my other desk, which I have. Just bear with me a second while I run to the west wing and then run all the way back again. There we go. There we go. So corner rounder. So all I'm going to do is just whip off those corners. And of course, you can do whatever size corner rounder. Oh, he says, dropping them. You can do whatever size corner rounder you've got. If you've got an inch corner rounder, or if you've got a real, this is a 1/2 inch one, or if you've got a 3/4 inch one or whatever. And that, look, that is as easy as it gets. So they're all the ones that I did earlier. Oh, and they've all got the watercolour cardstock backs. It's a great way to use up all your scraps as well. So those stickers are available on the website now if you're interested. There are some of you that have already expressed an interest. If that's the case, then go ahead, be my guest, be my guest, be my guest. There you go. I'm channeling Beauty and the Beast. Is it Beauty and the Beast? I think it is Beauty and the Beast. Was that the candlestick? I can't remember what it was called. Right, okay, so to start off with then, let's do the back of this. So I've got salvaged patina. So I'm going to use distressing only because I can, it's handy. So I'm just going to start off and then just going to bring some of that colour into the card. So as you can see, the labels that I've used are they're actually Blick labels. So a really good quality label, and they do take the colours really, really well. So this is the, like I said, the salvaged patina. Let's bring in some vintage 52. So let's just do that all the way around. Just bring a little bit of grunge and dirt into there, and of course the colours will react because in that brown there are yellows, and in the patina there are blues, which will make it go a little bit greener, so give you a nice kind of verdigris kind of effect. And you can bring that in as far as you want, mucky it up, grunge it, dirty it. To taste, you can go light or you can go really dark. It really, really is up to you. I mean, when you're making your own kind of ephemera and bits, you really, really can just go to town. And come back in again with that patina. And there you go. Then look at that. Just look at that. Let's just have a quick wipe. Because I'm conscious, look at that look, and I haven't managed to get any on the back. Clean, 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 and yes, it is dirty because look at that. That's nasty. Right, okay, so that's the back of that one. So let me bring the one in that I did earlier. There. So I've gone a little bit darker on there. So to get those kind of bokeh effect, all it is just drop a couple splodges of water. You can either go light or you can go dark, or you get the drift, you get the idea. So just leave those for a second to take effect. Grab some kitchen roll. See, there's no magic involved in this. It's all stuff we know how to do. Okay, so you can see that now. Just roll your kitchen roll over the top. Look at that. And then there were two. Again, still with the white fronts. So that one's still going to be a little bit damp. So we'll use the one that I've already got dry. And I'm going to bring in, we have the Stampers Anonymous Tim Holtz The Professor CMS 373. We're going to use that. We're going to employ that today. Now then, I also want some Solvent based inks, so we'll get stays on. Bum, 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 bum. Jet black stays on, that will do nicely. Okay, so we're going to do some stamping. Stamping platform. What have I done with it? There it is. Okay, so if you're wondering, because if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that my stamping platform is normally all grunged up. This is usually a mess. No, I haven't bought a new one. I've cleaned it. I know. Go and sit down. I've cleaned it. Can you believe it? So I'm just going to drop a couple of those magnets on there because I want to stamp this first. So let's just position the stamps where I want everything. Take that right up there, bring that down there, and then I want that number section. Bring it down a bit. Bring it down. So the number's up there. It's about there. And again, this is one of those things that you can batch make if you really wanted to. I'm also going to use this one, but not right now. Right, so but this lot can all be stamped together. So let me just lift that off. This is what I love about this stamp platform, because you can do that. You can literally just take it off, turn it round, and then you can just start inking everything up. Now, the only reason I'm doing it this way is so that you can see me do it, because otherwise I'd have to turn everything round. So I'm doing it the right way up. Oopsies. So you can see what he's doing. I don't like that bit in the middle, but we'll try just to avoid that getting onto the cardstock. But I'm not worried too much because I am going to cover that a little bit. Okay, so down we go. Oh no, would you look at that? I've got the magnets in the wrong place. There we go. And again, don't forget, with the stamp platform, you can stamp down as many times as you want until you're happy with your impression. See, I'm not happy with chapping my lad there. So let's just go back. And concentrate on his jacket and his face. The others are alright, don't mind those. Yeah, it's better. Okay, so that's one side. So I want to do the other card. Which one did we? Let's use one of the vintage ones. What did we have there? Cat postal. So let's use the ordinary postcard side. And just stick that down there. And then do that again. See, I said I'd make a noise, didn't I? You know what I'm doing anyway. You don't need to see it. You know that I'm inking my stamp up. Trying not to make a mess. And again, don't forget, you can use whatever colour. I like to use the solvent-based ones because I'm going to be adding water-based colour onto these, so that they don't mix and don't run. But you know, you use whatever you want to use. It's your project when all's said and done. You don't have to listen to me. Not that anybody does anyway. There we go. Yeah, look at that, look at that, look at that. Okay, so we've got those two. Now before we put all this lot away, I did say I wanted the light bulb, didn't I? The light bulb. Right, and I've got some book text. It's actually a piece of a dictionary paper. And strangely enough, ideology. Look, it says there. It also says idea down there, which I do want. So I'm going to do that at one side. This is just for a giggle. Okay, so we'll do that. Ink that. Of course, those stays on inks, I've got that beautiful smell of almond, which I'm rather partial to. So just give that a bit of a squeeze. That will do. And then what we'll do is I'll just move that around there, and then we'll have that other one as well. Because we've got two. Stick that down, and then I knew it would grab a little bit, but that's okay. It's not critical that it stays in the same place before we've inked up. And then just stick that down. Ta-da! Okay. Lovely. See, this is how my stamp platform normally is. Yeah, filthy. But like I said, it gets cleaned once a year, whether it needs it or not. Okay, so got those. We'll put those to one side for now. Let's just bring those stamps back in. Not stamps, postcards back in. Okay, so this time I'm going to bring in the antique linen, and then I'm just going to very, very gently, just very, very gently, add a little bit of that colour just over his face, and then I'm going to bring the rest of those colours back in again. So from the outside, but I'm going to just stay a little bit shy from that. Bring that blue, a beautiful blue, into the middle there, and then just go around a little bit. And you can go as heavy as you want, or not, as the case may be, and then grab the vintage photo, and then we can start adding a little bit of that darkness back in. Antique linen back there, just push some of that brown out. And just blend the colours. And just keep going until you're happy. A little bit of brown there. Bring the blue back in. Antique linen again. Okay, so we've got that one, so let's do the other one. Okay, swap over. Antique linen. Don't press down really hard to start off with. You can either just take some of the excess of that ink off on your mat, but when you come in here, just go really, really gently. Start manoeuvring even before you touch in. and then when you actually touch ground, then you can just go really lightly, and then you can start putting on the pressure as you get outside. Okay, so let's bring that back around again. Turn that round. I'm going to go a little bit heavier, just in a couple of spaces. Okay, so not a lot of brown on that one. Start off, corner, come round, load up again. That's it. And just blend those colours together. And like I said, you can always come back and go back over again if you're not quite happy with the intensity. Let's have a little bit more darker around those edges. And then just bring that patina back in that way. Just helps to soften it all together. So, antique linen, salvage patina, and vintage photo. But of course, substitute whatever colours you want, whatever floats your boat, as the saying goes. Okay, so again, I want to just drop some waters just so that the back kind of like matches and coordinates with the front. Because we've used water with a solvent based ink, then the chappy and all the black stuff isn't going to go anywhere, whereas the colour is. So all I'm going to do now is just roll the kitchen roll over the top. Look at that. Now I just want to make sure that I have actually got those the right way up. Yeah, that's alright. So let me just, a bit of water there. Okay, so I'm just going to turn this one over, because we've already got that kind of grungy effect here. There's not a lot of that salvage patina colour on the back. So I'm just going to add some. Just a little. Just to kind of tie the front in with the back. Yeah, happy with that. He says adding more. Okay, know when to stop. Never know when to stop. Alright, so what we need to do now, just bring those last two bits of stamping in, and somewhere I have got some skizzers. So what I'm going to try and do very, very gently is now cut out these light bulbs. So I know nobody likes to sit and watch somebody cut out because it's just... So I will cut these and I will join with you back at the end. Now, I'm not going to even attempt, or shall I, at cutting that spike out. Oh no, I've done it, look. Here, get me. Let's just snip the rest of it off. a bit too bulky, isn't it? Let's see if we can get down one side. Okay, so you've seen me start. I will join with you once I've cut the rest of these out. Okay, so they're cut out now. So just flip those over, get some glue. Now then we could do with, actually let's just use the back of that, why not? And then we can stick that down in the middle. Sometimes I get so used to doing these videos that I'm talking, and then even when I stop I'm still talking in my head, so I don't know whether I've said stuff out loud or yeah, never said I was sane. Now then, of course, get rid of that now. There's bits of scraps. So that's the Tim Holtz stamp set. So that was the Professor. What I want to do is I just want to add in a few more little bits. So I've got this one as well. This is Correspondence, CMS 225 from Timmy and Stampers Anonymous. So on this one there are some really useful kind of like little numbers. Got number 5 there and number 111411. There's a little date one there, look, April 16, 1940. You've got that 47257. You've got the 3 lists there. That big long number there, number 04246117, and these little ones here. So these are great little mini ones for using just to fill up a few spaces. Now what you can do, which I will do as well, is you can utilise different colours. So we've got vintage photo. Now we've done with the water, you're safe to come in with other bits. So let's have a look at number 5. So let's just stick that down on there and then we can ink that up. And then I can drop that down there in the background and then put that over here. So we've got different numbers, we've got different things showing up in the background, so let's put that back because this is one of those stamp sets where it's really easy to lose stuff. So we've also got, let's have that number 1 there. Now what I found with, I'm going to put that across the top. What I found with some of the, I'm going to put that one above his head there. And what I found with some of the stays on, for example, the brown stays on, and I'll show you because, you know, why not? When that goes on, now let's have a look, let's do that over there. It is quite dark, and I didn't really want it to be that dark, but I could stamp off and then come back in again lightly. So there are ways around it, and again, it's up to you which way you want to do it, if you want to do it at all. So let's just do that and get rid of that bit, and then we've got a little date stamp. Oh, Ian's back. Hiya! So I'll just add maybe that one in there. Mr. Bentley's just got up as well because he was fast asleep, and let's just add that one down there. And really you could go and just keep on adding these little elements to now where did I get that one from? That came from the top, didn't it? Yeah, that came from the top. Right, so what else are we going to add? I kind of like that one that says number 1411. So let's do that, and we can add that down there at the bottom. Hello.
Hello. Oh, I like those.
And we can add that. I tell you what, let's just add that at an angle like that, and add that down there.
They're nice, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, and you could just go.
Are they postcards?
Well, they are now.
How have you done that?
With the stickers
Oh,
that,
yes.
that I created.
I forgot about those.
Yes, that's the vintage one.
Yeah.
With a bit of colour added to it.
Yeah.
And that, would you believe it, it's just a plain white one.
We've used the Tim Holtz thingies.
What?
To colour it up with.
The distressing?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, brilliant.
But that's the white one.
Yeah.
But that's the vintage one.
Wow.
Just with a little bit of colour added.
Oh, they're brilliant.
So, and I forgot, there you are. Those are the ones I was doing.
Sorry.
And it's okay. Did Mo get home okay?
I'll go home fine, thank you very much.
Lovely. We've had a friend with us today. We haven't seen her for a long, long time. Mo, who used to work with us when we used to do the regional craft shows years and years ago. She used to come and help us on the stand when we did shows up at the SECC in Glasgow, and also at the National Exhibition Centre in Birmingham, and at Farnborough, places like that. She used to come and work with us on the stand, and just recently her husband passed away, and we haven't seen her since. So we've had a nice day today where we've had tea, tears, titters as well. So yeah, so she's Ian's just taken her home again. Obviously she got home nice and safely, so that's good. Right, so there we go. So those are the two little postcards that I've created using the Tim Holtz stamp set, the Professor, and the new postcard stickers for the back, because, you know, why not? Why not indeed? So I hope you've enjoyed watching me create those two little postcards today. If you have, please remember to give the video a thumbs up. Excuse me, that's that cocktail brolly I must have swallowed earlier. Give the video a thumbs up, share the video with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already, you can do so by clicking the button at the end of the video. And I've just decided I want to add a bit more vintage photo along that edge, but I could keep on going forever. That's all from me for now. I'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye for now. What else can I add? I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. Thank you.